Well, our super special next guest is no stranger to TV audiences and has been keeping it real from her days on The Apprentice to her first twirl on The Real Housewives of Atlanta to competing on Dancing with the Stars. The woman has more skills than we can count, and now she's taking things to even greater heights.
Keep going.
My biggest fear is heights, extreme heights. However, I have a poker face. You will never know what's going on inside.
Hands on your head. Go. They go, yes.
Stop it. That's a snippet from the new series Special Forces World's Toughest Test, which premiered last night. And joining us this morning is a true queen who just may have the best catchphrases on television. This former Miss USA's beauty and brains personified as an entrepreneur, beauty mogul, philanthropist, actress, producer, and mother. She is special. She's a force. She's the extraordinary Miss Kenya Moore.
Oh my God, the last photo
That was
of
not Kenya.
else.
That was not you.
Someone needs to be canceled.
I know. Seriously, do we all look alike? But that's a pretty picture, though.
Yes, but
because
it wasn't me.
It didn't look like one of your disco party things. Maybe that's why. Whoever did that,
Fired.
just saying. But that was not you. But
Yes.
thank you for joining us.
Thank you for
gracing
having
us
me.
with your beauty, your presence.
Thank you.
And okay, so I said to myself, why would she even do that? That is crazy. But knowing you, there's no challenge. I was saying earlier that you do not take on and take it on gracefully.
I like a challenge. You know, I like to keep pushing myself to the limits. You know, what can I do next? How can I grow? And this show presented this ultimate challenge for me to really be a fish out of water, to get military training, to see really how tough I am. But I also wanted to be the type of mother that talks the talk, but also walks the walk. So Brooklyn can look at her mommy and go, yeah, my mommy is a badass.
I'm telling you, that's what I thought when I saw that, because I'm saying no, like immediately no. I could
Yes.
never. I heard you saying somewhere that it's you versus you.
It's you versus you. Yeah. It's not that I'm looking around and I have Olympians and pro athletes and people like half my age, and I'm thinking, well, if I have to go up against an Olympian, I'm going to lose each time. But it was about you and your mind and your mindset.
And because you talk about the cast. The cast is first of all, you have
cast is a stellar
former Major League
Yes,
Baseball players.
Mike Piazza. Yes, Dwight Howard, he's an NBA player. You have Carly Lloyd, who won, you know, the Olympics or soccer. Like, you have Olympians. You have Nastia. I mean, it was like a cast where you don't want to go up against them physically because they've been trained their whole lives in sports, and so you know how physically and mentally strong they have to be.
Okay, so this happened. This took place in Jordan.
Yes, I'm on Jordan in the Middle East.
All right,
in
so,
the summer.
So break it down how it goes. It's not. It's a competition of you versus you. What is it about? If someone's watching,
It's special forces, right? Yeah. So the top elite of the military, the 1%, you know, of the 1%ers of the elite military around the world. Mm-hmm. So you have these drill staff, or they call them something else. Directing staff. Mm-hmm. And so you have the directing staff, and they are basically taking you through this course that usually takes 4 years in 10 days. Mm-hmm. And so it's who can survive.
And
Some
you're
people tap
knowing
out.
you're a survivor.
Oh,
More
I'm
than
a
decade,
survivor.
you're a survivor. Like Stacey Ann, our meteorologist from the weekend, she sent me a note. She was like, "Oh my God, I love Kenya. I love her from Miss USA. I love blah blah." And I was like, "Me too. I love her. She sure won Miss Universe." We're going back and forth about you this morning because we have known you, whether it's the sitcoms or the movies you've done. We have followed you, and like.
It's been a long career.
It has been, and you're doing Housewives. You're doing everything. And then I was at my CVS the other day. All of a sudden, I look up and I was like,
hair,
I'm not even joking. I was like, it was never there. And all of a sudden, because I knew you had launched, but not everywhere. But then to have it was in my neighborhood.
Expanding so quickly because so I'm the founder and CEO of Kenya Moore Hair Care. I started it while I was on the show. I invested in myself. I took my shoe money and my handbag money and I put it in an account to launch this line and fund this line of hair care, you know, specifically to help get your hair healthy and make it grow. Mm-hmm. So we started off so small. When I say we, I mean me, myself, and I. Yep. From the back, my trunk. And now we're in over 3,500 doors between CVS and Sally Beauty, and we're killing it.
Of course, you're
Like,
killing it.
Like, I'm sold out of 3 items
Is
right
it
now.
not you? Is it, so we're not. No one
It's
is
a product. It's a product. But
no,
when I
it's-
put my name on something, it's for my namesake, and so also the legacy for my daughter.
Exactly.
So it's going to be quality and work.
quality and work, and we know you're doing the hair care, but you know a makeup line is long overdue.
From your lips to God's ears.
Oh, he
honey.
listens. You see how loud I am? People say, oh, she's so loud. I was like, I'm not loud. I'm Nigerian. I'm just, he hears me wherever he is. It's going to happen, and I like your best role yet is watching you become a mom.
Oh,
because we know it's something you've always wanted to be open
Yes.
about it, and like, listen,
Yes.
when you say it, it happens, and this has
I
to be
do
the best
agree.
experience for you, isn't it?
It makes my whole life worth living. She's my best friend. We just took a vacation on an island. She got a little mini massage, on the
Brooklyn.
beach. And she was so relaxed. I was like, oh my gosh, this little girl,
I know.
I promise you, is going to be trouble for someone one day. But she is just, I would have to say she's just perfect. And she's the best thing between myself and my husband. And I just think she'll change the world one day, honestly.
And you're changing the world, just so you know.
Yes.
You might not
One
know
hair
it.
strand at a time.
One hair strand and one lash, one whatever. But because I remember watching you win Miss US. I remember watching you vie for Miss Universe. I think you
Yes,
were in your
I
yellow
was-
dress, and I was like,
Yes.
she should win. I didn't know who you
Thank
were then,
you.
and I wanted you to win. And then watching you on all the shows, doing every little thing you could do, like taking yourself to like different
Just
levels,
hustling,
and just
really living
reinventing
out
yourself.
really just following my dreams. I just think that if you have a dream, it can manifest, and I think I'm living proof of that.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm
you are.
from humble beginnings, from a little town in Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
I say a little town, but we all know what Detroit is, and I'm so happy that I had the foundation that I had. I was raised by my grandmother, and I had struggle. Like I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth, and I just feel like I'm a walking example of what could happen to you if you focus and if you're a good person and you believe in yourself.
All the possibilities. She's gone with the win. Fabulous, everyone. And do not come for her unless she sends for you.
That's right.
Oh, that's
That
okay.
was it.
So great to have you here, Kenya.
Thank you so
All right, you
much.
can catch Kenya more on the other stars in action on Special Forces World's Toughest Test Wednesday nights on Fox.